Hey guys, welcome back. So what we're looking at today is lesson 4, practice solving equations and representing situations with equations. So lots of solving today. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so solve the equations in one column. Your partner will work on the other column. So I'm only going to go through some of these, being as there are a lot, and this is supposed to be a back and forth. You each solve and then compare. But I do want you to see how we solve some of these, just to make sure you're understanding and know how to solve different kinds of equations. So for the first row, we have 18 equals 2x, and we have 36 equals 4x. So in each case, we have a number attached to our variable. So we're going to divide to get the variable by itself. So when we divide, it cancels out the original because we do it from both sides. So 18 divided by 2 is 9, and 36 divided by 4 is also 9. So both answers for the first row are 9. All right, the next row, we have 17 equals x plus 9. So 17 equals x plus 9. Here, we aren't going to divide because what's happening is we're adding, so we need to subtract. So it's always the opposite operation. So we added, so to undo it, we're going to subtract. So 17 minus 9 is 8, so x equals 8. If we look at 13 equals x plus 5, we subtract the 5. 13 minus 5 is 8, so x equals 8 in both of those. Now, 8x equals 56. We're going to divide both sides by 8. So 56 divided by 8 is 7. This would be 7. 3x equals 21. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So just like that first row. Now here we have 21 equals 1/4 x. So what we're doing here, we need to, there's different ways to do this. So one way is to divide by the 1/4. I think you'll be most comfortable with this probably. So what happens when we divide by a fraction? We have to do same times flip. So we have 21 over 1 times 4 over 1 equals 21 times 4 is 84 over 1, which equals x. Now, same idea for the 28 equals 1/3 x. We take and divide by 1/3, 28 times, and then we do same times flip. 28 times 3 is 84. So the answers are going to be the same on each side. Next row, we take and divide. Now these aren't going to work out perfectly. So all of these up above, we've gotten an exact whole number. That may not always be the case, and that's okay. You can have a decimal for an answer. So don't assume just because you end up with a decimal for an answer that you have the wrong answer. That's not necessarily the case. So here we'd just be dividing. The next ones we'd be subtracting. The next ones we'd divide using same times flip. Same thing, divide using same times flip for the next row. Subtracting, divide using same times flip, subtracting, divide using same times flip. So lots of different ones, and you guys are more than welcome to take and go through some of those others and practice to get some more of those answers, okay? But I just wanted to be sure you had a couple examples to show you how we solve some of these. All right. Choosing equations to match situations. Circle all the equations that describe each situation. If you get stuck, draw a diagram. Find the solution for each situation. So we're solving on all of these. So solve is your key word for this lesson. Solve. All right. Claire has 8 fewer books than Mai. If Mai has 26 books, how many books does Claire have? So we know we're going to be taking and subtracting 8 and 26 because we know that Claire has 8 fewer and Mai has 26. So we subtract. So there's one example. We can also use this one. That's equivalent. X, however many books Claire has, plus 8 will give us the 26 that Mai has. We can also do the first one, taking 26 minus X, however many books Claire has, equals 8 to show the difference between them. So if we take 26 minus 8, we get 18. There's our solution. All right, number 2, a coach formed teams of 8 from all the players in a hockey league. There are 14 teams. How many players are in the league? So we know we have 14 total. And each of the teams, a coach formed teams of 8 from all the players. So all the players we'll say is Y divided by 8 because that's how many teams there are. And it results in 14 teams. So in order to solve this, we would multiply by 8 to solve. So this one works, and this one works. So anytime we say that something's divided by a value and there's nothing in the numerator, it's the same thing as saying we're multiplying by 1/8. So 14 times 8 is 112. All right, number 3, Kieran scored 223 more points in a computer game than Tyler. If Kieran scored 409 points, how many points did Tyler score? So we know we'd be subtracting these two to find their different, or to find a value. So this one works. The first one also works. And the last one works. And if we take 409 minus 223, we get 186. All right, and our last one here. Mai ran 27 miles last week, which was 3 times as far as Jada ran. How far did Jada run? So we know it equals 27, and it's 3 times as much. So the first one works. We can divide to solve. That would work. We can also multiply by 1/3. Remember, dividing by a number and multiplying by 1 over that number are the same thing. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. There is our solution. All right, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.